Welcome. Let's get it started, shall we? Welcome, guys. And today we're going to learn how to heal. Okay? Start by finding an activity. Let's get over here where there's not so many people. So today we're going to learn how to heal. I'm going to show you who to prioritize, things to look out for, setups, all that. Now, you don't have to have everything exactly the way I have it, but if you're keeping your people alive, that's really all you need. You don't need all the best gear. You don't even need to listen to everything I say. I mean, everything I say is probably going to help you if you would take it into account, but you don't have to do it. As long as you're keeping your people alive consistently, you're good. All right? But this is what I got going on, okay? I've got, let's see. This is my gear score. And I mean, you can just see what I've got. Health, you want to stay alive. Try to get as much of that as possible. Now, I'm stacking perception for the hit chance. And then I'm also stacking wisdom. I want a ton of mana. I want mana regen, and I want cooldown speed. The reason is, if the DPSers are not geared up or not doing enough damage, and the fight is going on longer than it should, I will still be able to keep up with them and heal them, and I won't run out of mana. Because if you run out of mana as a healer, you are uber boned. You are basically absolutely 100% useless. So I'm making sure that I've got plenty of mana. Alright, you can see up there at the top left, I've got 26,000 health, and I've got 15,000 mana. Now, my mana and health regen are pretty good. You can see them over here. Somebody said that 1500 regen is good. I don't know. I wouldn't know. No idea. I don't play with any other healers. All I know is that it's good enough for me and what I've got going on. And I hardly ever run out of mana, ever. Like, ever, ever, ever. So, take a look at my stats here. The things you want to prioritize, duh. Mana cost, so it costs less to spam your heals. Cooldown speed, of course. Attack speed, of course. And if we go down here, I prioritize skill damage resistance, so I take less damage, and buff duration. Massive buff duration. I want, because I don't just heal. If you look at my skills, I buff and heal and give cooldowns. Basically, if you can do it by support, I've got it on here. So instead of everything just being 100% heals everywhere, I've got heals, shields, damage buffs, cooldowns, curses to do more damage, more heals. And then over here, you can see what I've got set up. I'm not going to explain this. You can look at these, read them for yourself, and see why they're helpful for a healer. Alright, now over to this. This is what I got going on. Again, you can look at these on your own time, see why they're useful. If you miss it, you you want to come back and look at it later, this video will still be on my Twitch, so if you can't get onto it right now, and don't worry about it, watch it later, pause it, do whatever. This is what I've got going on. It's made to extend my range and my skills to be passed around to other people, because they're useless if you can't share them. So make sure your heals, your buffs have got the biggest range that you could possibly get on them, and you're sharing them with your members. So that's my wand, and this is my bow. Again, there's almost no attacks. There is no attacks except for the flame, and that's only because the flame does healing. It's the only reason I got it on there. It's just another heal for me. The fact that it does damage is just a bonus. But this is what I got going on. Now remember, you are a healer, not a DPS. You're somewhat of a support. Your main thing is healing. So if you're failing at healing, you're failing at your class, basically. Nobody cares how much DPS you can do as a healer. It's not your responsibility. Stop trying to do it. If you want to be a DPS, be a DPS. If you want to be a tank, be a tank. So we're going to do, let's see. How much time do we got during the day? None. Okay, you know what? Let's go to Nebula Island. See if we can find a team there. I mean, I would go... Yeah, let's just do Nebula Island. And as a healer, I kind of keep my screen a little tight, a little closer. If you can, do this. Max your view way out, as far as you can get it. Why? Because it lets you see your teammates' health better. Lets you see the positioning of everybody better. If you're zoomed in, kind of like I am, kind of close, you have to do a lot of moving around. Whereas if you're like this, you can see a bigger area. I mean, it just helps. But I don't follow that rule. For me, it's more comfortable to zoom in a little bit. You do what's best for you. Now, let's see. Let's go into Nebula Island. How much time do I got? Okay, so I've only used about an hour. Now, we're going to go into the Peace. I know, I'm a little bitch. Look, I only do PvE. I don't do PvP, because I don't have the people to do PvP. So, and here's a guy's party right here. Is it full? No, but half of them blocked out. Let's see what we got. We've got me. DPS, DPS, DPS. Alright. Alright, Krill. Now, I'm going to take some food to give me better defense. There is a food for healing. I don't have any right now. Been slacking a little bit. But that's just for gold and... Which one am I going to use? This one? It's damage reduction and debuff duration. Now, I'll be popping these quite often. Because the longer I can stay alive and not use health for me, I can use the health for other people. I can heal the other people. I don't want to be using the skills on others. I want to be using them on mine. And a lot of thing is, you want to try to keep your team together. These teams that scatter around everywhere, man, they are tough to heal. You want to stay by the main group. And your most important person is your tank, which we do not have one. So I'm just going to stay with the leader of the group. And I'm stuck. I also play on Xbox, so it's a little bit tougher for me on this controller. But I managed to get it done. We're going to do this for about 30 minutes so you guys can see how I heal. I'll try explaining some stuff as we're going. And then once I feel that I've showed adequately how to heal, we'll end the video. As soon as we can find some people. What are we doing here, Krill? Oh, they grabbed one. I'm gonna buff them. Shield. Rift. And now I probably should look to see who's got the most DPS. But I'm not going to because I'm lazy. But normally you would want to look and see who's geared out the most to give them the damage buff. And then you want to look and see who's taking the most damage so you can see who needs to be watched a little bit more closely than the other team members. Oh, well, that was wasted. You always want to keep them as topped up on health as you could possibly keep them without screwing yourself. You don't want to use all your heals because then you don't have any if somebody takes massive damage or something like that. You want to make sure you always have one heal open. So, going into some damage, do that. Give that to him again. Let's give him the buffs. Let him do the damage thing. Now, I like to pair the flame to reset my flame because it works really good if I need to reach out and touch somebody. It's really good. Buff them. Looks like they're pulling more. As soon as they get some more over here, that's when I'll start doing the big heals and buffs and stuff. You don't want to blow your load too early, basically. Nice. And so, as a healer, I'm constantly running around because I have like no stun resistance whatsoever. So if I get pinned down and I can't heal, it's not good. So, as me, knowing that I don't have very much stun resistance, I want to make sure that I am constantly moving to keep that from happening. And it looks like somebody just DC'd. I'll go ahead and give y'all that. But my rotation is usually Rift, shields, then damage buffs, and then I just sit back and watch the health and manage the damage. That's basically all I do. That's my rotation. I probably should do, if I wasn't so ingrained with what I've already got going on, I would probably do damage first, then worry about the heals secondly, because people usually do their most powerful attacks first. So leading with damage buff first would probably be best. And then worry about the heals. As long as everybody's staying topped up and everything, should be okay. But constantly be applying those damage buffs and your heals. You never want to let your people get below 75% health, in my opinion. I know some people are going to argue with that, but look, some people, if they get down to 75 or even 80% health and they take a big shot, they're dead. If you've got the open skills to do it. Of course, you don't want to be overhealing, but you most certainly, it is so much better to overheal than it is to underheal. You underheal and people end up dead. And that is your main goal, is to keep people alive. So, like I said, don't heal so much to where you have everything on cooldown. Because if they take massive damage, somebody's going to die. Because you can't heal, because you've done boosted all of it. This, that hourglass resets your skills. I save that for basically oh shit moments. Like, oh no, I need to do a lot of heals, I'm out. And why did my character do that? I did not press that button. Nah, I'm not going to use that. There should be enough there to kill. I'm going to get over on the party chat. I don't see anybody's health going crazy. I'm going to leave these over here. Oh yeah, and I already know I suck at blocking, you guys. That's why I have such high health. I just eat shots, basically. I'm not saying I'm the perfect healer or that I'm even great. I'm just saying this is the main ideas you want to be looking forward. And I've got a blessing pouch way over here. That's great. I still have a lot of room for improvement. I know that. And I'm working on it. And as long as I keep my parties alive consistently, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm good. And my phone. A second, I'm gonna mute this stupid thing. There. Should have done that when I started streaming. Oh well. See, they've taken a lot of damage. I'm going to reset that just in case I need to use it again. This guy over here is taking some damage. I'm going to heal him up. I'm going to pop my Guardian so they can save their mana. Now this is very light work. We're not pulling a whole lot here. This is not very stressful at all. This is extremely easy. I'm just trying to get their mana back up. Because as you can see, Krail is running off of like no mana. Oh, I forgot to show my mastery. I'll show it here in a second when things calm down, when I can be guaranteed that my party's not going to die. Can you guys pull this over to here? Pull it over here, guys. Or not. Now I'm going to burn this, and then immediately reset it. And I'm going to give them a shield, and I'll let you look at my mastery real quick. So this is my mastery for my wand. Good look. And this is the mastery for my bow. Alright, here you go. I mean, basically, this is like I said, pretty relaxed and chill. Not too much to worry about. We're not pulling a crazy amount. It's not too hectic. I wish they would kind of stick a little bit closer together, but it's not too big of a deal. Situate myself real quick. I don't have a fancy gaming chair. I have a Love Seat set one, so. Hence why you do not see me in a chair. Now, I'm going to be posting this video on YouTube. I'm going to edit it down, hopefully cut all the dead space out of it, and then post it on YouTube. I need to get my streaming schedule down so people know when to come and watch, if they choose. If they like what they see anyways. What kind of rewards have I gotten so far? 2 bags, no balls. I have no balls. No balls. No balls. And we're gonna heal. Buff. And yeah, we're full. Sorry about that. I see multiple people needed heals. I just used that to heal all of them. You want to position yourself to where when you're healing, you can heal the max amount of players. Looks like we are we moving? Nice. Oh. Where are you at? Okay, I want to put a rift down here for them guys. And then come back over here and buff these guys. Share the loving with everybody. Looks like he's getting down. Heal him up. Again, you want to make sure everybody's topped off in health. You see how scattered everybody is? This is really not ideal at all. Still no balls. I still have no balls. No balls. Right, whatever. I don't need balls. I've lived this long without them. No, I'm playing. Anyways, off that subject. But I mean, guys, it's really not that hard. I mean, this is really light work here. So hopefully we'll get into some better spots and I can show y'all a little bit more intense stuff than what it is right now. Here in 4 minutes. Krill, stay in here. Stay in here, Krill. Dude, it gives mana, dude. And that's another thing. Like, you can't always communicate with your team. So they're not going to be able to read your mind. So you're just going to have to learn to work around them. Like, I see Krill needs mana bad. And my rift gives mana. Doesn't give a whole lot, but it does give mana. I'm fixing to throw Mystic a heal. And then I'm going to immediately reset it. Oh, I got my first stone. Oh, where? Alright, Krill, stay in that, please. Or not, you know. I can only help you so much. Help me help you, Krill. Help me help you. that. Dude, pull that spider to the group, man. Now, I'm using the Guardian that gives mana. I'll show you what I mean. It's, that dude, Mask Warlock. I mean, I could be using the, everybody a shield. Just Krill. I would drop the Rift just for Krill, but it's not like he's going to use it for that anyways. But I will drop that, make sure hard. Like a lot of the times, if I want to pay attention to enemy movement, I'll move my screen around to look at health bars, but usually I just look over to the left-hand side. So, I mean, and if it gets crazier, you'll notice that I will stop talking at points. Because the more insane it gets and the more stuff I need to monitor, the less I'm going to have brain power to talk, basically. But I don't want this whole thing to just be me rambling on about stupid crap. I mean, if you already know it, you already know it. The point in beating a dead horse, you know what I mean? Which is why, probably here in a minute, I'm going to end the stream. Like I said, you're basically, your goal is to heal first. This dude has the most enemies, so I'll be healing him. He's by himself. I will also be buffing him, but I'll also be watching them as well. Krell needs health. And he is way over here. There's Mystic. Mystic is... well, I wasted that. But since I've got plenty, it's fine. Oh, I got a stone over here. Look, my stones are scattered everywhere. Where's my Amatoy, man? Why do these things keep running off? I swear. They're constantly doing that. It's really annoying. Oh, I hope you guys are happy over there getting all your kills and stuff. We ain't got crap over here. Alright. Let's do this. Let's buff. And let's see about right there. And that rift is going to be running out. There we go. Shield. Alright, guys. Like, I think that's sufficient enough. Like, if y'all want to see some crazy heals, I'll make another video of, like, me and my guild when we're, like, in the shit, basically. If y'all want to see more intense. I just wanted to post a video explaining the basics if you're just trying to learn how to be a healer. But yeah, let me do a closing shot of this. I will see you guys later, and hopefully on the next one y'all can see a little bit more crazier stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.